Hi, my name is Keira Marques, and me and my partner, Andy Umana, will be talking to you guys today about The Wrestling Season by Laurie Brooks. Let's dive right in.
Laurie Brooks is a nationally recognized playwright, a young adult fiction actor, and the founder of Interactive After Play Forum. It's amazing the fact that some of her plays and books have such an impact on young audiences. Her way of allowing young people to engage and understand themes, character choices, and outcomes is fascinating for people to understand the deeper meaning that some of these plays and books have. She has won a total of 7 awards for her books and plays, 1 national grant and 2 international ones. Some of her awards include the Theater Communication Group Award, the AT&T First Stage Award, and the Distinguished Play Awards for a body of work from American Alliance for Theater and Education. A little interesting fact, 3 of her plays have been produced and awarded in Ireland.
The Wrestling Season was commissioned by the Coterie Theater in Kansas City, Missouri, which is a children's theater that aims to celebrate young people and provide theater for all ages and diverse communities. They value themes such as imagination, belonging, love, and empowerment, and strive to be the premier theater for young audiences and arts education in their region. While commissioned by the Coterie Theater, the wrestling season was developed both at the Kennedy Center's New Vision New Voices in 1998 and NYU's program in educational theater, Provincetown Playhouse, in 1999. The play was later published and premiered in the year 2000.
The Wrestling Season by Laura Brooks addresses different topics battles to youth, such as self-identity, peer pressure, and relationships while in school. Using only a wrestling mat, we discover the life of 8 different young people and their struggles with rumors and how others see them. This is a perfect theme for young audiences since they are able to identify and relate to the topic that is being talked to about in the play. The story follows Matt, a young student who wants to be the best at wrestling, Luke, Matt's best friend who seems to be affected by the rumors, Corey, a shy person who wants to be accepted, Jolt and Heather, a well-experienced couple, Melanie, who struggles with a bad reputation, Nicole, who just cares about what everyone says about her, and a referee who's controlling the match but also the interactions between the characters. Matt is a hardworking student who wants to be the best in his weight division and wrestling. His friendship with Luke seems to be affected by a rumor that accused him of being gay. As a result, Matt gets into a relationship with Melanie as a cover-up and as an attempt to blow the attention away from him. This relationship is not the best since Matt's only focus is becoming the best and hurting Willie and Jolt because of the rumors. One important lesson that the main character Matt learned in this story was the importance of staying true to themselves and not allowing rumors to affect his life. It took him a while to understand that not having his friendship with Luke really affected him, that he was only using Melanie because of the rumors, and at some point he actually hurts her. He understood that to be the best, he does not have to bring other people down. Although Laurie Brooks mentions that this whole production takes place in a wrestling mat, there are different locations within the story that we as an audience must understand and pay attention to. First, we have the gym where Matt and Luke train for their match. Then we have Heather and Melanie's houses. We have the alley where Luke got physically assaulted. And finally, we have the gym, where all of the matches take place for the final tournament of the story.
This poster, created by the Coterie Theater, gives an accurate idea of what the show is about, depicting a boy, assumed to be Matt, the main character, experiencing anguish, while also showing how the show centers around the sport of wrestling. The image overlay at the bottom right corner is a bit hard to make out, but that's really my only gripe with this poster. This production photo shows several characters in costume, and they are all in the same costume. This was really interesting to me, as the female characters are not wrestlers, only the male characters are. I think this costume concept really drives home the metaphor of wrestling and how each character is truly wrestling with their own issues and insecurities. This production photo offers a view of the audience in the background, and I really loved the idea that this production takes place in an arena theater. While it certainly makes the audience feel like they are truly sitting around a wrestling match or two, it also allows the audience to be closer to the actors and make the experience more intimate and personal. Two of David Wood's points about younger audiences really stuck out to me in terms of this play, the first being that children don't always choose to come to a show. Especially when dealing with a show for teenagers, you will always run the risk that they are either being forced to be there or simply are there to skip school. That would mean you need to find ways to keep them engaged, especially as increasingly less teenagers are interested in live theater. The second is that children don't like being patronized. This especially goes for teenagers. They like to feel mature and adult, a feeling that is accomplished in this play by taking issues typically experienced by teenagers seriously and not treating them as lesser, insignificant issues. The wrestling season does a fantastic job of this.
The playwright for this production does an excellent job at communicating the plot. First, they use every actor on stage as part of the story. They use them as chorus. In certain situations, it allows the audience to understand the importance in certain parts where they come in. Also, the idea of a referee, who is a referee of the match, but also a referee of the situations that are happening within the story. According to David Wood, it's important for any children's story to have a quest. Children as an audience want the character to achieve their quest, and they get happy when there is resolution for any troubles faced by any of the characters. In this case, the goal that Matt has becoming the best and winning their wrestling match is crucial for the storyline. And when they get that at the end of the play, children get excited about it. David Wood also talks about the importance of real life stories. This play touches on different topics that might be common in older children and teenagers. If the audience can see the story or identify with it if they're going through a similar situation, they will get the best out of the play. They will understand the main theme, relate to the characters, understand the message behind the play, and apply that knowledge to their lives.
Of Wood's ingredients for good children's theater, 3 examples are especially prominent throughout the wrestling season. The idea of suddenlies occur in several points where the scene switches from lighthearted to much more serious. This can be used to effectively grasp and maintain a teenage-filled audience's attention. The use of a child as the protagonist, and really all the characters we see on stage, helps communicate the message of the play to an audience of teenagers, as they'll be more likely to listen to people similar in age to them who could be seen as peers, rather than adults who could be seen as lecturing them, or, to relate back to a previous slide, patronizing them. Lastly, there are several topics discussed in the play that are considered taboo, like eating disorders, sexual activity, and unhealthy relationship styles, especially surrounding sex. These topics would typically be discouraged for teenagers to discuss, but the way this play explores them allows teenagers to feel seen and supported if they are experiencing any sort of similar issues. These are the resources that we used for our research for this presentation. Thank you so very much for listening and watching.